Imagine you're about to buy your first hand saw. You search online, and suddenly everyone is arguing. Japanese saws are superior. No, Western saws are stronger. Pull saws cut cleaner. Push saws are faster. So, who's actually right? The truth is, neither saw is better at everything. Japanese and Western hand saws were designed with completely different philosophies. Understanding those differences can completely change how you approach woodworking. Today, we're comparing Japanese and Western hand saws based on cutting performance, accuracy, speed, durability, maintenance, ease of use, and value. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which type belongs in your workshop. Let's begin. The biggest difference starts with one simple motion. Japanese saws cut on the pull stroke. Western saws cut on the push stroke. That single design difference changes almost everything. When you pull a saw, the blade is under tension. Because of that, Japanese saw blades can be made much thinner without bending. A thinner blade removes less material, creating what's known as a narrower curve. That means cleaner cuts, less effort, and less wasted wood. Western saws work differently. They cut while pushing forward. Since pushing naturally creates compression, the blade must be thicker to resist bending. That thicker blade makes Western saws stronger, but it also removes slightly more material with every cut. Now let's talk about accuracy. If your goal is making fine furniture, joinery, or detailed woodworking, Japanese pull saws have a clear advantage. Their thin blades allow extremely precise cuts. Many woodworkers find it's easier to follow layout lines because the blade naturally stays straight during the pull stroke. This makes Japanese saws especially popular for dovetails, tenons, box joints, and other precision work. Western saws can absolutely produce accurate cuts, but they usually require slightly more control from the user because the pushing motion creates more opportunity for the blade to wander. What about cutting speed? This is where many people get surprised. A sharp Japanese saw often feels incredibly fast. Its aggressive teeth and thin blade remove material efficiently while requiring surprisingly little effort. However, Western saws often perform better when cutting large framing lumber or thick construction timber. Their stronger blades allow heavier pressure without worrying about damaging the saw. So depending on the project, both designs have advantages. Let's compare ease of use. Many beginners immediately notice how effortless a Japanese pull saw feels. Instead of forcing the blade through the wood, the pull motion naturally keeps the blade aligned. This often results in straighter cuts with less fatigue. Western saws usually have a steeper learning curve for beginners. Pushing a saw smoothly while maintaining a straight line requires more practice. Experienced woodworkers become extremely efficient with Western saws, but beginners often find Japanese saws easier to control. Now let's discuss blade maintenance. This is one of the biggest practical differences. Many Japanese saws use impulse-hardened teeth. These teeth stay sharp for an extremely long time. But once they become dull, they generally cannot be sharpened. Instead, the blade is replaced. Many manufacturers sell inexpensive replacement blades, making maintenance simple. Traditional Western saws take a different approach. Their teeth can usually be sharpened multiple times using specialized files. A well-maintained Western hand saw can last for decades. Some have even remained in service for generations. If you enjoy maintaining your own tools, Western saws offer greater long-term value. Let's compare durability. Western saws are generally more robust. Their thicker blades tolerate rough job site conditions better. They're less likely to suffer damage from accidental twisting or misuse. Japanese saws, because of their thinner blades, require slightly more care. They aren't fragile, but they're designed for precision rather than abuse. Treat them properly, and they'll deliver outstanding performance. What about versatility? Western hand saws excel in construction, general carpentry, and rough cutting. Japanese saws excel in fine woodworking, cabinet making, joinery, and furniture building. Many experienced woodworkers actually own both. Each serves a different purpose. Now let's talk about price. Entry-level Japanese pull saws are often surprisingly affordable. Many high-quality models cost less than people expect. Western hand saws cover a wider price range. Budget construction saws are inexpensive, while premium handcrafted saws can become significant investments. So, which one should you buy? If you're new to woodworking, building furniture, or learning fine joinery, a Japanese pull saw is probably the easiest place to start. Its accuracy, smooth cutting action, and beginner-friendly control make it an excellent first choice. If your work involves framing, construction, or heavy-duty cutting, a quality Western hand saw may suit your needs better. And if you plan to become a serious woodworker, owning both gives you the best of both worlds. At the end of the day, this isn't really about choosing a winner. It's about choosing the right tool for the job. Japanese saws emphasize precision. Western saws emphasize strength. Both have earned their place in woodworking for good reason. Now I'd like to hear from you. Which do you prefer? Japanese pull saws or Western push saws? Tell us your favorite in the comments below. If you enjoyed this comparison, don't forget to subscribe for more woodworking buying guides, tool comparisons, workshop upgrades, and practical tips to help you build smarter. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.